Assalamualaikum everyone. My topic of presentation is amphibians, the first terrestrial vertebrates. Dear students, hope you are doing well. The video on this topic amphibians contain instructive and educational content that is both shareable and easy to retain. So let's get in the video. Evolutionary perspective include frogs, toads, salamanders, and caecilians. Tetrapods. Tetra mean four and pods mean feet. They are four-footed animals. They adapted on both land and water. They spend their one stage of their life in water and the other on land. Thus, they are placed in the class Amphibia. Survey of amphibians occur on all continents except Antarctica, having three orders of amphibians: order Chordata, order Anura, order Gymnofauna. So let's see there one by one. Order Chordata. Chordata mean having tail throughout their life. They have pair of legs, lack middle ear, have 350 species. Example salamander and newest. If we zoom it out, then you can see it. Let's discuss the salamanders first. Salamanders have 115 species, live in North America, produce aquatic larvae, have two families. One is totally live on land and the other is on water. And if we see their length, the length varies from centimeters to 1.5 meters. For example, American salamander is the hellbender. Its length reaches up to 65 centimeters. But if we see their life cycle, they have internal fertilization. Male produces a pyramidal gelatinous spermatophore. Spermatophore is the part where the sperms store and deposit on substrate. Females used to pick up that sperms with the help of cloaca and keep on females pick up that sperms with the help of cloaca and keep on collecting them in the spermatheca. As they passes through the cloaca, they are fertilized. Deposits singly, in clumps, or in the strings. Larvae are smaller but like adult. They possess external gills, a tail, and a rudimentary tongue. After metamorphosis, convert into the adult. Metamorphosis is a pedomorphic type. Pedomorphic means larva becomes sexually mature while still showing the larval characteristics. This is the picture of salamander. Order Gymnofauna. They have elongated body. Gymnofauna means naked, snake-like body. They are limbless, segmented body with annular grooves, specialized for burrowing. Tail is short and pointed. Rudimentary left lung. About 160 species. Example में आते हैं caecilians. Here are some pictures of different type of caecilians. Live in tropical region, worm-like burrows. Feed on worms having fold-in skin. Skin covers the eyes. Internal fertilization, lay egg and embryo develop on the land. Now come to the order Anura. A mean without and Nura mean tail. They are without tail. They are tailless amphibians, modified limbs for jumping and swimming. They are web-defeated, have Eurostyle about 3500 species. Examples में आते हैं frog and toad. Let's see the difference between frog and toad. Frog have large size while toad have small. Frog spend life in water while toad live on land. Frog have longer hind lengths while toad have equal. Frog skin is transparent while toad have dry skin. If we see their external structure, first of all discuss about the skin. As we all know, the skin produce mucus secretions that help to prevent from the attackers from the environmental attack. They use skin for gaseous exchange. That's known as cutaneous respiration, temperature regulation and storage. Highly glandular, like scales, feathers and hairs, have glands that produce sticky secretions. Axial skeleton, it includes skull and vertebral column. Skull is flattened and smaller. Vertebral column provides support and flexibility. It has zygapophysis, cervical vertebra, sacral vertebra and sternum. While if we talk about appendicular skeleton has pelvic girdle having three bones called ilium, ischium and pubis. This is the ischium, ilium, urostyle. This is the left side of frog structure. Mode of locomotion. Salamanders, salians and orans have different mode of locomotion. Salamanders have unspecialized form of locomotion, bend their body into the curve. This curve moves the body forward. Caecilians have accordion-like instrument-like movement, push or pull the body apart at the same time. Anorans, hind limbs, pelvic girdle modified for jumping. Nutrition and digestive system. So first is type of food. Their adult eat carnivores and their larvae feed on herbivores. Mechanism of feeding: use their jaws to capture prey. Some uses their tongue and jaws in flip and grab feeding mechanism. Flip and grab feeding mechanism is that in which frog flip his tongue to capture the insect and roll over the tongue into his mouth to capture the prey. True tonguers, mucus and buccal gland are present on the tip of the tongue. This is the digestive system of amphibians. The tip of tongue traps the prey within 0.05 to 0.15 seconds. Let's see the circulation. This is the pulmonary vein, left atrium, ventricle and right atrium. As we all know, the frog's ventricle has no septum. Left atrium is partially divided in urodeles. The red arrows show the oxygenated blood and the blue one showing the deoxygenated blood. Blood circulations to lungs. Exchange of gases took place by skin and lungs. Right side of heart has oxygenated blood, as I told you before. Therefore, right atrium has a higher oxygen concentration. Left atrium receive blood from lungs. Arctic arteries, lesser arctic arteries and fishes. There are three types of arteries. Carotid artery that supply blood to head. Systemic artery supply blood to body. Pulmonary arteries carries blood to lungs. Lymphatic system. Amphibians have well-developed lymphatic system. It is composed of blind ending vessels. It filters fluid proteins and ions from capillaries in tissue spaces and return them to the circulatory system. The lymphatic system also transports water absorbed across the skin. The amphibians have contractile vessels that called lymphatic heart. This heart works as a heart. This heart pump fluid through this tile lymphatic system between the body wall muscle and the skin transport and store water. This water is reabsorbed through the skin. Gas exchange. There are three types of respiration in the amphibians: cutaneous respiration, bucopharyngeal respiration, pulmonary respiration. Cutaneous is through skin. Most of the 30 to 90% of gas exchange done by this method. Bucopharyngeal respiration, gas exchange done through mouth and pharynx. It's only 1 to 7% of total gas exchange. Pulmonary respiration, gas exchange by lungs. Aneuron lungs are subdivided into the chambers that increase the surface area. This is the respiratory system of a frog. Temperature regulation. They are ectothermic. They cannot maintain their temperature by their own self. They took heat from the environment. Temperature regulation is mainly behavior. Let's see what type of behavior they show. Heat loss by evaporation to cool out their body. As we all know, evaporation causes cooling effect. Many are nocturnal. Nocturnal means they are active at night. Some remain in cooler burrows. Amphibians burn themselves by basking in the sun or on warm surface. Basking means they turn their body towards the sun to take or absorb more and more heat. Nervous and sensory function. Brain divided into three parts: forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. Forebrain contain olfactory centers, control color changes and visceral functions. Midbrain contain a region called optic tectum. It collects sensory information and initiate motor responses. It also processes visual sensory information. Hindbrain regulate the heart rate. This is the dorsal view, ventral view, and a horizontal section of brain. Excretion and osmoregulation. Excretion there are some adaptation for excretion. Aquatic amphibian waste ammonia and urea. Freshwater amphibians excrete ammonia, which is the end product of protein metabolism. It diffuses into the water, thus not so toxic. Terrestrial amphibians spend more time on land, excrete urea, which is produced from ammonia in liver. It can be stored in the urinary bladder. This is the excretory system of frog. Osmoregulation. They must remove excess water and conserve essential ions. Amphibians' kidney produce a large amount of hypotonic urine. The wall of urinary bladder transports sodium, chloride, and other ions into the blood. But on land, they conserve water. Their kidneys are unable to produce hypotonic urine. As they live on water, they don't need much water. They need ions. So they conserve ions and remove excess water. But as they live on land, they need more and more water. So they conserve water more. Reproduction and development. Amphibians are dioecious. Fertilization is external. Ovaries and testes located near the dorsal body wall. The developing egg lack and resistant covering. Development takes place in water. In a few species, larval stages are passed in the egg membrane. The immature hatch into the adult-like body. But only 10% fertilization is external. The developed spermatophore and have internal fertilization. But in coelians, Almost fertilization is internal. 75% caecilians have internal development. Tadpole larva formed during development. Larva is totally different from adult. Look at this so simple cycle in which eggs are laid by the frog and then tadpole formed, and then tadpole with 2 legs, 4 legs, and the metamorph forces. After metamorph forces, tadpole converted into adult. And there are some changes in which the caudal fin, the gills are lost, and the adult is formed. Metamorph forces. It's a series of structural, physiological, and behavioral changes that transform a larva into an adult. It is directly controlled by the neurosections of hypothalamus. During metamorphosis, reproductive structures, limbs, and lungs are developed. क्या क्या चीज़ें डेवलप होती हैं? Limbs, lungs, and reproductive structure. And gills and caudal fin is lost. Tail is reabsorbed by the skin thickens. Tadpole into small frog. Many changes take place in the head and digestive tract. Thank you.